Hey everybody, welcome back to Comic Crow. And I sort of noticed something. I was going through the subreddits for Sniperwolf and Jacksfilms, and I was taking a look at some of the comments, and I have a few things pulled up I wanted to go over with you guys today. But one of the things that I noticed while doing that is that Sniperwolf has apparently gone back on the idea of giving credit to creators that she's watching their content, right? So this is her latest reaction video going over TikTok stuff. And as you can see, she's decided to stop giving credit to the creators in the description for the video. Now, I'm not surprised by any of this, right? I really don't expect much, if anything, from Leah. I don't expect her to learn. I don't expect her to grow. I think she decided to do it to see if it would help with the hate and the backlash that she was getting. And when she saw that it did absolutely nothing, she was just like, well, fuck it. I'm just not going to give them credit. Even though that's the right thing to do, even though it's the right thing to do, we can't even get, the absolute bare minimum from this woman. We still can't get even that. So yeah, she's decided crediting creators is stupid, it's ick, and she will no longer do it. Now, I want to jump into kind of the reason for this video. But before I do that, I want to say thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. Please, if you haven't already, consider giving us a subscription. Drop a like on this video, share the content on this channel, and please continue to help us grow. We will be live tonight, Wednesday at 7 o'clock Eastern, watching the video that Sniperwolf tried to have purged from YouTube. Yes, there do exist re-uploads. What stays on the internet is on the internet forever. And yes, this video is absolutely worth it, and I can't wait to watch it live with you guys. So real quick, before we jump into some other topics, I did notice something, and this is Sniperwolf. Maybe we're not realizing how vulnerable she actually is. Now, she's made a bunch of deals with YouTube, a bunch of brand deals behind the scenes and everything. But if you pay attention to her channel, she's been on a downward trend for roughly 2 years now. You can already see it here in the monthly gained video views. You know, you had this little bit of a jump here, but, you know, she's been falling. This is somebody who used to get, you know, view counts 500 plus million, and she's down to under 250. Again, that's monthly views, and that is a lot. I mean, for someone like me, that would be insane. But for someone like Sniperwolf, that's a massive fall in relevancy. You're talking about going down by a half to a third of what you used to be able to bring in. So I'm sure Jacksfilms, like, regularly criticizing her was driving her nuts because she's already starting to flop. Now, if you take a look at the monthly gained subscribers, she hasn't really been bringing anybody in. There's this one small loss that happened with the whole drama and everything, but I think this is kind of the key points. Her views are down, her monthly gained subscribers are down. I think Sniperwolf has hit a rut, and I think, you know, if we pay attention this time next year, this is just going to continue to collapse. She's not bringing in new viewers, and the ones that she does have don't seem to be actually paying attention to the content she's uploading anymore. Pretty surprising. So anyways, going through the different Reddits, I was able to find that many people are talking about the other situations that Sniperwolf has found herself in. Two of the biggest ones, I personally believe, would be the Enigma Hood situation. When the stuff was happening with Jacksfilms, most people did not even know who Enigma Hood was, or that Sniperwolf in the past had maliciously doxed somebody on top of putting out a false accusation against them after abusing YouTube's own tools to dox this person. And I feel like if more people had known about this at the time, they would have gone at Sniperwolf and YouTube even harder. But I think it's a good thing that people talk about what she has done on the platform and the abuse she has given to other creators on the platform. The Enigma Hood situation is really eye-opening, because no matter what you think or feel about Enigma Hood or his content or whatever, he was a guy with less than 5,000 subscribers, and Sniperwolf went after him and tried to burn him alive. The other one, and actually this subreddit was recommended by the Jacksfilms subreddit, which is called Stalker Wolf, and they've been detailing a lot of the really dirty things that she's done on her channel. You know, I talked about, you know, her constant and flagrant abuses and violations of YouTube's terms of service, and I talked about the stuff with the minors, but child safety is something that I think every creator has been hit for at a certain point. Like, even me, I did a video talking about a situation where like a high schooler had attacked a teacher. And because I showed the video of it, that was a strike against the channel. Now they have this new system where you can go and get rid of strikes and everything, which is great. But I'm not even allowed to show you a video that has violence if a minor is involved, even if they're the aggressor, because of child safety. So how is it that YouTube allowed SSSniperwolf to fully monetize a video where she was getting minors to twerk by offering to show her tits to them? I'm genuinely trying to figure that one out, other than, blatant favoritism and YouTube just turning a blind eye to anything this woman does. And the more I look into situations like this, again, I admit, the angrier I get and the more frustrated I get, not with SSniperwolf, but with YouTube. SSniperwolf, like I said, I don't expect much, if anything, from this woman. I think she is opportunistic. I think she takes advantage of people. I think that she's willing to abuse the platform and use her audience to attack other people. I expect it from her, though, because YouTube, the ones who are supposed to be overseeing all of this, have decided that, hey, rather than taking any actions against this YouTuber, we're just going to promote every single one of her videos. We're going to have it on the homepage. She's brand friendly. She's advertiser safe, even though that she is psychotic and has been previously arrested for felony armed robbery. And also, I believe, assault, right? Because her and Evan like to throw hands outside. Very healthy relationship. And I've been seeing these posts on the Jacksfilms subreddit as well, basically talking about missing Jack. And I actually really feel bad for these people. I do, because they are genuinely fans of Jacksfilms. And I'll openly admit, I've seen a couple things by the guy now that I think about it, but realistically, he's not like one of my preferred content creators. He's not one of my favorites. I don't watch every single one of his uploads. I started talking about this situation because it was so egregious. It was so out of the norm. And it really is just like, everybody kind of hates it when YouTube plays favorites. But I think a lot of people have kind of forgotten the toll this must have taken on Jack, right? Because he's been on this platform for, I believe, 17 years. He's a consistent uploader. The guy has a strong and really tight-knit community as well. And I feel like they're the ones who got hit the hardest with all of this. Because essentially, once this happened, once YouTube put their response out, Jack just kind of went MIA. And I understand why. He needs to make sure him and his family are safe. They're not doing uploads. I've checked both the channels just to see if there's anything that's been going on, and nothing. There's no communication with his audience. And I think a part of it is probably because of YouTube's treatment of him. And maybe he's considering going to another platform. Again, I'm just kind of guessing. I am just kind of guessing here. But how can you stay on a platform that allows you to be doxxed, that allows their preferred content creator to basically run roughshod on you? How can you stay on a platform that doesn't enforce its rules evenly and seems to abuse those rules against content creators that they don't like? For someone like Jacksfilms, who's spent his entire time on YouTube, realizing that he has all the cards stacked against him, I don't know if that's kind of taken its toll. But honestly, I don't think it matters, if you're the most mentally strong and tough individual. I mean, just about for anyone, kind of mess with your head. So I hope the guy's doing okay. I really do. I'm being sincere when I say that, because I've seen nothing since this whole thing has happened. No attempts at communicating, no attempts at telling people how he feels about the situation. I guess there was this one tweet. I do apologize. Scorpio season starts today. You can always spot a Scorpio. The crazy ones, they like to have fun and are always down for a good time. So maybe he is in good spirits. Maybe it is just he's trying to get things situated at home. He's probably considering moving given what's happened with SSSniperwolf. But I feel bad for his audience. I really do. Not because of anything that that he's done, but because what SSniperwolf did requires him to take time off, either to, you know, focus on himself or to, you know, do this big move and everything. She's going back to doing her uploads, and Jacksfilms isn't even communicating with people because YouTube essentially kind of both sides did and said, well, you know, Jack, you're kind of responsible for what happened here too. You know, with that whole we're ashamed of the behavior on both sides. Like, goddamn YouTube. Anyways, guys, I'm sorry, like, this isn't like a super positive video because obviously, you know, what am I saying here? SSniperwolf isn't crediting creators because she really doesn't give a shit about any of this. Jacksfilms is completely MIA and has been for, you know, roughly about a couple weeks. It's unfortunate. It's honestly unfortunate. I hope he comes back soon. I hope he's back to uploading soon. I think the guy has a community that absolutely loves him, and if he chooses to stay on YouTube, great. You know, I won't blame him for doing that, but if he chooses to go somewhere else, you know, there are other streaming platforms. There are other platforms where you can upload his video to. I think maybe he should consider doing that versus continuing to help YouTube, you know, gain a profit off of his name. Anyways, guys, you let me know what you think in the comment section. I'll see you guys in the next one.